You're listening to LSPN, the authority on sports-related podcasts.
The Calallen Wildcats weekly press conference is brought to you by the Calallen Touchdown Booster Club. The Touchdown Booster Club exists to support and promote the Calallen High School football program by uniting students, parents, coaches, and the community.
The Calallen Football Show is sponsored by Rat Hole Drilling for all your rat hole, mouse hole, and cellar construction needs. ratholedrilling.com. Also by Nolan's Restaurant. Nolan's Restaurant has been a Corpus Christi tradition. Whether you're craving choice steaks, Gulf Coast seafood, real pit barbecue, or their famous original poor boy sandwich, Nolan's delivers high-quality, scratch-made favorites that feel like home. Come taste generations of flavor at Nolan's. We also want to thank Meijer for their support. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Coach Charlie Reeve. Coach, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's it feel to be district champion again?
It's good. It's good. I tell you what, it's proud of our kids, and this season has been a season of it's been a different season in the sense of having to kind of overcome some adversity, overcome some injuries, and our kids just continue to find ways to get it done. But that's always our first goal, is to win the district championship, and then put ourselves in a good position to make a run in the playoffs.
I love that. Well, let's talk about that Zapata game. 27-3 is good turnout. Talk to me about the flow of that one.
Well, we get the ball, open up the game, they kick the ball to us, and we take it down and score. And then, after that, I think, just kind of overall, I think the game was a tale of two halves. Mm-hmm. I think in a lot of ways, we didn't execute, always as good as we should have in the first half. And so we go into halftime 7-0, and come out second half, and it wasn't like we just did a whole lot of different things in the second half. I just thought we executed better. Second half, offensively, we scored every drive except the last, which we were, let the clock run out. Mm-hmm. Defensively, obviously held them to 3 points, but, we made some big stops when we needed to. We had a lot of TFLs and did a good job on third and fourth down as far as getting them off the field. Like I said, hats off to, Zapata. I mean, that was a team that was 6-1 coming in, and they were, obviously they were undefeated in district. And so that was, they were fighting for a district championship as well, and to play at their place. And so, again, I thought we came back in the second half. I thought we executed a lot better than we did the first half. But, our guys thought we ran the ball a lot better in the second half, and our front kind of took over and had some running backs, Jimmy Tipton in particular, that really, I thought, had one of his best games running the football. And Connor Klossman had another, good night running the ball. I think he had 2 touchdowns, and defensively, had to make some adjustments on some things that we haven't seen them do before. And once we kind of made those adjustments, I thought our defense played well and held them, kind of stymied their run game. So again, I was proud of our guys to go on the road and get that win and help secure the district championship.
Nice. Yeah, you mentioned a couple of the running backs by name. What about some of the defensive players?
Defensively, Ryder Reeve had 13 tackles. I think 7 of them were solo tackles. 3 of them were for TFLs. That Kelby Broughton had another big game. I thought both of our ends at times did some really good stuff. Alec Perez, they tried to really try to stretch the edge on us and get the ball outside. And after we made a couple adjustments and just made, some of it was just making sure that we were aligned right. I thought those guys did a good job of setting the edge. Middle linebacker Josh Novall, thought he did some good stuff. And interior, thought our D-line, Matthew Teal and some of those guys, Alfie Solis, did a good job up front. And so had some guys, again, really play well and help us come out with a win.
Excellent. And you mentioned coming out with a win. What about coming out health-wise? How'd y'all do?
We came out well. And I think we talked about it last time. I mean, we're starting to get some guys back and some guys that haven't practiced in a while, they started practicing this week and that was good to see. There's a few of those guys that we haven't had in a while that we're starting to get back. And so this, it's good timing to, finishing out the regular season and heading to playoffs, kind of get those guys back in the mix.
Love it. Well, let's shift gears. Let's talk about this week. It's homecoming. It's 0-8 Hidalgo Early College. It's senior week, senior night. Explain everything that's going on.
Yeah, no, there's a lot going on this week, and obviously homecoming's always a big week, and it's a big week for our seniors. Don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs, but this may be the last time that our seniors get to play in front of the home crowd, and so there's a lot going on, and obviously we want to finish out the regular season well, and homecoming is always a fun week because there's so much going on, but also too, I think you have to manage the distractions and make sure we keep the main thing, and our focus this week is just continue to get better. There's a lot of things that we've got to still continue to get better at, and I think at this point in the season we've been doing this for 13, 14 weeks, and I think the teams that are hungry to continue to get better, and those are the ones that are gonna make long runs, and every week, it doesn't matter who we play, the focus always starts with us and getting better, and that's definitely our focus this week is on us, and then we've got a bye week next week, and that'll continue to kind of be the focus then. So again, there's a lot of stuff going on this week, and our kids will be excited. I mean, it's Halloween on Friday night, and there's all sorts of things going on, but at the end of the day, we gotta keep the main thing, and focus on making sure that we go out and play our best game Friday night.
Definitely. And how do you balance, you've locked up the district title already, but you still want to go full speed. You also don't want to get anybody hurt. How do you balance that? Well, I don't ever think, the factor of, getting guys hurt is ever, comes into play. I think when you start thinking in those terms, that's when those sorts of things happen. And our approach this week is no different than it has been any other week. We want to go out and go play our best game, and so the focus, like I said before, starts with us, and continue to focus on getting better in the small things, and in fact, we've kind of gone back and really hit on some fundamental things that we need to correct and get better on, and so again, our the approach to this game is no different than any other, and we're going to go out and play our best game on Friday night, and hopefully we get to a point where if we do, and we can get a lot of guys in and let a lot of guys play, and that's been one of the things that's been great about this season. We've had some injuries, but we've also been able to create a lot of depth, and get a lot of guys in that may have not gotten a lot of reps otherwise, and so we've been able to create some depth, and that's always a good thing. I love that. Well, once again, Coach, congratulations on the Zapata win. Congratulations on the district championship. Best of luck this week at homecoming.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Since 2012, JE Construction Services has built the roads and infrastructure that keeps South Texas moving. Their heavy civil expertise covers refinery work, underground utilities, paving, and more. If you want a dependable, full-service contractor, choose JE Construction Services. Visit their website at jecs.cc. That's JE Construction Services.